Most people think they know themselves, but most people are wrong. They confuse who they appear to be with who they actually are, and that confusion is exactly what keeps them stuck, anxious, insecure, incomplete. Carl Jung believed that the greatest obstacle to personal growth is not ignorance, but avoidance. We don't want to see the parts of ourselves that don't fit our image, the anger, the cowardice, the arrogance, so we hide them. We create what Jung called a persona, the social mask we wear to fit in. And behind that mask lurks the shadow, the parts of us we disown. When I was in college, I met someone who forced me to confront this. He was brilliant, intense, never afraid to call people out, including me. I remember once, after giving what I thought was a thoughtful answer in a philosophy class, he turned to me and said, "You don't believe that. You're just saying what sounds smart." I was furious, but deep down I knew he was right. I wasn't speaking from truth, I was performing, playing the part of the thoughtful student, the wise voice in the room, my persona. And that night I couldn't sleep, because I realized something terrifying. I didn't even know where the performance ended, and I began. That was the first time I saw my shadow, and it scared me. According to Jung, the shadow isn't evil, it's essential. It holds the parts of ourselves we've rejected but still carry. The aggressive urges, the shameful memories, the weaknesses we pretend not to have. But it also contains creativity, vitality, passion, authenticity, all the raw material we need to grow. The problem isn't that we have a shadow. The problem is pretending we don't. Imagine a man who sees himself as kind and patient. That's his identity, his mask. So when someone disrespects him, he swallows the anger. When someone crosses a boundary, he lets it slide. Over time, that repressed anger festers. He might explode one day over something small, or worse, become resentful and passive-aggressive without ever realizing why. He's not bad, he's incomplete. He's stuck in a persona. He hasn't integrated the shadow. Jung believed this integration, what he called individuation, is the path to becoming whole. Not perfect, but whole. And it requires brutal honesty. It means asking, what am I hiding from others? What am I hiding from myself? The process is painful, but it's powerful. When you face your shadow, you stop being controlled by it. You become free to act rather than react. You learn that strength isn't pretending you have no flaws. It's knowing them, owning them, and choosing how to respond. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. We all want to grow. We want to be wiser, stronger, more whole. But you can't grow if you're only building on half of yourself. You can't rise without roots. So ask yourself, what mask are you wearing? What truth are you afraid to face? What part of you have you locked away in the dark? That's your shadow, and it's not your enemy. It's your invitation. Will you keep running from it, or will you finally turn around and look? Because the moment you do, that's when your real life begins. Take a moment, reflect on your own shadow. What have you been afraid to face? Drop it in the comments, or just write it for yourself. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more ideas that challenge the way you see yourself and the world. And if you know someone who's hiding from their potential, share this with them. The shadow is real, but so is your power to grow.